Welcome back, everybody. It's I with I Will Play. Today I want to take you through the snapshot on the 1.17 and show you powdered snow and kind of what it's all about. So powdered snow, let's go. This is really cool. You can use it as trap blocks. You can use it to prevent yourself from falling. It's difficult to get. You have to lay it down in full blocks. It has a freezing effect and can kill you. You can use leather boots and armor to keep yourself from getting hurt so badly from it. There's just a lot going on with it. Let's get into each one of those things so I can explain to you how it works. First of all, it only comes in bucket form. It's not an actual block. You have to place it down out of a bucket as a block. If you're in survival, you would only place one bucket and then it would be empty. But in creative, what a weird sound. Well, let's just fill this up a little bit. So if you're coming along here, look what happens. It's like a trap block. You fall into it. Now you can walk out of it if there's not blocks directly on the side. But if you didn't have this open area on this side, notice what happens when you try to get out. You can't. You can't jump. You can't climb out of it on the side. Let's switch it to survival mode. I'll show you what happens here with the freezing. Okay, so now we're in survival. And you can see the edges of the screen. See how it turns into like frost around the edges? All four of the edges. And this is freezing us. You can see the health at the bottom now turns blue. Because my hunger bar is completely full, then it was actually healing itself and not taking any more damage. But as my hunger bar starts to fall off, you can see the damage is starting to add up. And as you're in here longer, you start taking a little bit more damage as you go. And this will kill you. Now, of course, if you're trying to get up out of here, because it's like a trap area, you can't get out unless you walk out the side or you break a block. Which is kind of weird. You break that block, it only takes one hit, even when you're in survival. And you break the block, and now you can get out. The second you move back into it, again, you're falling down, and it'll begin to freeze you. Now, what I thought was really interesting is they added in the ability for you to use leather boots and leather armor to keep yourself protected from the snow. Let's say we put on the boots, just the boots. You can hear the crunching noise. I think it's pretty cool. Let's move back over into survival, and let's just walk into this snow. You can hear that crunching effect. You can also see what's happening here is we're freezing. But now if you hit the jump button, look what happens. Now we're on top of the snow. We're on top of the snow and the camera's zooming out. If we hold the sneak button or the crouch button, we can go all the way down or up with the jump button, kind of like scaffolding. And you can see while we're in it, we're freezing. And this freezing is supposed to be slower than if we didn't have anything on at all. But we can just come to the top of it and we can walk on top because we have the leather boots. Now if we put on all the pieces, we're not supposed to take any damage at all. But as you can see, we're already freezing. So I'm sure they're going to fix this in an update up and coming. But you're not supposed to freeze if you have full leather armor on. It's not supposed to harm you either. And you can see that we're completely frozen and it's hurting us. Now what I think is interesting is if we build this up a little bit more, you can see it leaves a lip on it as well, which is pretty strange. It'd be a little hard to do a trap on another player when they can see that lip. You would have to place it directly next to some other blocks that have the exact same height. Okay, so we're 2 blocks deep. Let's go back into survival. Now let's crouch down and go into the bottom of this. Take this leather off. You can see we're freezing, but now also look, we're inside of it because it's 2 blocks deep. We're really, really stuck. You can't jump out. You can't even get up to the block above you. You're just stuck in here. But you can dig out by breaking 2 blocks because it's 2 blocks high. And now we're not freezing anymore. So it's super easy to break out of it. It just reminds me a lot of having gravel land on the top of your head and how you're stuck inside of the block. And you just dig it out and you're fine. So this got me thinking. Now, I'm at the height limit for building, which is 256 blocks. I'm way up here, but I did... Oh! I forgot we could fall into it. Alright, we got boots on, so we could stand on top of it. I built some down here on the bottom. Let's just fall down into it and see what happens. Oh my gosh! Ow! Okay, so lesson for everybody out there. You cannot jump off of this with your boots on or you will die. Don't jump off of here with your boots on. Let me flip it back over to survival. Okay, so make sure you take your boots off. Alright, let me put a regular block on the top of this so I don't fall through it this time. Jeez, what a dummy. Now we're in survival. Now we do not have boots on. And now we're going to fall off of this without our boots on. Into the powdered snow. And look what happens. We lived! Just like falling into water. And that's where we jumped from. Now you can use this like scaffolding. You can actually climb up these blocks, but you have to put the boots on. Now we can go all the way up this. We should be able to climb up to the very top of this baby. We made it. So let's take those boots off again. Oof. Awesome. So it kind of works like scaffolding. I think it's a really cool block. Gonna have a lot of fun with this. We got some piano music going. Here's something I think's kind of cool. If we dig down, let's say we want to make like an underground entrance or something like this. See what we could do? And then you can just walk right over to it. And boom! Secret entrance. Heck yeah! Pretty cool, huh? Something else that I think is really cool, if we switch this over to survival mode, let's put on the boots. Now look what you can do. You place a bucket right here like this. Come over to the edge. You can pick the bucket up, jump, place it. Pick up the bottom block, jump, place it. Bottom block. Look at this. We're traveling around with just 2 blocks with 1 bucket. And you can go sideways in whichever direction or up. Whoops. Yeah, but you can't fall off of it, obviously. And you don't want to crouch or you'll fall right through it too. But pretty cool. You can travel around with just 1 bucket and a couple blocks of powdered snow. Now we're in survival mode. Let's put a mob into the snow that's not right next to us in survival mode. Oh my god. Oh, that's so stupid. Let's get back over to our snow area. So you can see the mobs. When we put mobs directly into, or they fall like these skeletons did directly into the snow, they will freeze and they will take damage and they'll die. So this could be potential kill chamber things. Let's see if we can place creepers or different things like that into it as well. And all the mobs, including friendly mobs like cows, will die. This takes them a long time. About 15 seconds to freeze and then they'll take damage. Now during the day, they'll catch fire and the snow will put the fire out, and that's what you hear, that sizzling sound. Oh look, another creeper coming on its own. That creeper just fell in here on its own trying to get to us. And you can see that they end up dying. So I definitely see some use for this against mobs on traps, potentially mob farms. Something else I found interesting, if you look at using this towards potential redstone contraptions, you cannot push powdered snow with the piston. It just breaks. And that includes with the sticky piston as well. How you collect powdered snow is only through cauldrons this way right now. The new mountains I don't believe are in here yet. So the only way is to use a lot of iron. Hopefully you have an iron farm to be able to collect this snow. Of course, it needs to be snowing, so let's turn that on. And that's by turning on rain when you're in the snowy biome. And it'll begin to collect inside of these cauldrons just very, very slowly. Now, I don't know how long it takes to gather up in this. I just know it takes a long time. We'll leave this on while we do some other stuff, and we'll come back and take a look at it. If we catch fire, we can jump into the we can jump into the powered snow. Make sure you take your leather boots off, or you have to actually crouch to get into it. Ugh, let me out of the powdered snow. Oh, creeper. Oh, God! Okay, creeper blew us up in the powdered snow and sent us directly into the lava. Let me go back. The other interesting thing that I saw, and I don't know if this is meant to happen or not, but you can place powdered snow in the Nether. Is that weird or what? The thing that I thought was the most interesting is if you change this back to survival mode and you fell inside the lava where you would normally die. And I did die. Let me put on some armor so I can last a little bit longer in this lava this time. I'm not showing this very good. Now, if we fell into this lava, we're gonna die, but we can get up into the powder, and we can get up into the powdered snow and it'll put it out. So having this powdered snow obviously is a huge helper, because you cannot have water in the Nether, but right now you can have the powdered snow in here. So that's awesome. I don't know if they're going to keep that in here or not, but it's a really cool feature for right now anyways inside the snapshot. Have we gathered anything in here yet? We got no powdered snow. Why do we have water? So we can put snow into a bucket or into a cauldron and we can take it out. But is it supposed to gather? I can only get water. I can't even get powdered snow inside these cauldrons. That's all I know about the snow right now. I think that pretty much covers all of it. Please like this video so more people can see it. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed already for a lot of Minecraft tutorials, Bedrock, Java, snapshots, Among Us, live gameplay where you can join the game, scary games. Just a lot of fun. Check out the Discord in the description below, and make sure you check out the join button below as well for memberships, for a lot of extra benefits to do with this channel for members. And lastly, take it easy everybody, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye!